Inside California Politics is following the candidates behind the scenes to see what it's like to try and balance work and family during the high-pressure California Senate campaign. While there are some policy discussions in the story you are about to see, the project is intended to capture glimpses of what you don't see in traditional campaign coverage. All of the candidates received the request to participate in the project, and Orange County Congresswoman Katie Porter was the first to set aside some time for us to travel with her campaign.
Katie Porter knows how to stand out in Congress, whether it's taking CEOs to task in committee hearings.
You received $500,000 personally just by tripling the price of Revlimid.
Or other viral moments, like when the Orange County Congresswoman was caught doing some casual reading as fellow Californian Republican Kevin McCarthy endured more than a dozen rounds of voting to become House Speaker for a short-lived term. But her job serving in the House is one of three she's currently juggling, traveling the more than 2,200 miles back and forth from Washington to be at home with her three kids.
I used the Taylor Swift lyric, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Which song?
Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
Album?
Lover.
There you go.
And to also hit the campaign trail where she's in a fierce battle for California's highly coveted U.S. Senate seat.
Congressman Katie Porter.
Thank you. Look, my willingness to take on how Washington works, to do things differently, doesn't make me the homecoming queen, but it makes me someone that voters trust.
Porter is currently neck and neck with fellow Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff in the latest polling from UC Berkeley and the LA Times. Oakland Congresswoman Barbara Lee is 8 points behind in third. On the Republican side, LA Dodgers legend Steve Garvey leading the way at 10% after officially entering the race a month ago. Despite the latest polling or fundraising numbers, Porter says she is the candidate who knows what voters are worried about.
What's really challenging people here is they're still walking into the pharmacy, not able to get a COVID vaccine, worried about what they're going to do about Medicare open enrollment, worried about whether or not the government's going to shut down and they're going to have problems with Social Security. Despite the chaos that's been happening in Washington, I am laser focused on what's happening in their lives.
That's what she told our Capitol reporter Eitan Wallace seconds before taking the stage at a campaign stop in Laguna Hills. He followed the Congresswoman from that event.
All right, let's carve some pumpkins.
To her home, where the single mom carved pumpkins with her kids ahead of Halloween, while also discussing what she's focused on the most in this race.
What keeps you up at night?
I worry about California's economy. I worry about our ability to compete globally. And I think about things like we are not investing nearly as much in things like childcare.
Porter's Democratic opponents have spent decades serving in Congress, while she's only served a handful of years, which has been a topic of criticism.
Some people will say, you've only been there 5 years. And I want to say, I've been through the longest shutdown in government history, an insurrection, 2 impeachments, now this war in the Middle East, the lack of a speaker, a global pandemic. I've had a lot of experiences in my 5 years.
And we will have more candid coverage as the candidates make themselves available. In order to qualify, candidates must poll above 5% in our most recent Nexstar poll. Look for features on the Senate candidates in the coming days and weeks.